Tom Holland and Zendaya hope to bring their families together for a gathering next Christmas. During Holland's appearance on the December 18th episode of the Dish podcast, the Spider-Man actor shared that he will spend Christmas in the US with Zendaya's family. "I'll be with my girlfriend's family, which will be fun. Where we'll be is a secret," he said. "Secret to you guys," he joked. "I'll know where we're going." Holland and Zendaya, both 28, met as co-stars in the Spider-Man movies. The pair confirmed their relationship in 2021. While discussing their holiday traditions when it comes to visiting each other's families, Holland said both he and the Challenger's actress would like to celebrate the holiday in the same place as both of their families moving forward. "I think what we'd like to start doing is, rather than spending it with each family each year, is bring the families together. That's what I think we want to do next time," he said. "This time, because we're both actors, we're terrible at organizing things, so it hasn't happened yet. The thought's there. The idea has been planted." During Holland's appearance on Dish, the actor opened up about the positives of working alongside Zendaya. They were both recently cast in Christopher Nolan's next movie, and he expects to begin filming Spider-Man 4 in summer 2025. "Oh God, yeah. It's a saving grace. Best thing that's ever happened to me," he said of working alongside his girlfriend. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. Elsewhere in the conversation, Holland also dished on cooking homemade meals for Zendaya, while she has been filming a movie in Boston in recent months. While he did not specify whether he spent Thanksgiving with Zendaya's family, he did share his review of eating Thanksgiving dinner in the US with UK-based Dish co-hosts Nick Grimshaw and Angela Hartnett. "It's very decadent. It's big. There's the widest range of flavors, I think, multiple different proteins and meats and stuff like that," he said of the American holidays cuisine. "I don't get the sort of candied yam sort of stuff. I sort of breezed over that. You start looking at it and you're like, am I looking at marshmallows on already sweet potatoes?"